Hi guys, Clinton Boyles, Pro 9 Life Manage. I'm excited to talk to you today and teach and also do a presentation from this TearOff sheet that is an incredible tool that allows us to create simple duplication through building this business. The simpler we keep this, the better that it is that new people coming in are going to be able to literally just run, hit the ground running and keep things going. One thing that I absolutely, as we start out with the TearOff pad and the top of it, what I love about LifeVantage and what really catches a lot of people's attention is the fact that we're at the forefront. We're at the beginning conversation. If you think of any other technologies that have come through this time and things that have changed and how life has transitioned really quickly over the period of time through cell phones and anything else, is being at the forefront, being at the first of the conversation. And what I love is we're at the forefront of biohacking and nutrigenomics. And when you're really educating people about an industry that is going to disrupt things, that is going to change things, to be the first conversation, have that credibility improve, is what took me at 26 years old with no credibility because of the way I'd lived my life to a part now that I had credibility within this company. And it's awesome to be able to sit down with people and a brand new person. If you think of my mindset and scattered, all the information is right here in front. And you get to start out with the conversation of, we're going to talk about biohacking and nutrigenomics. But one of the first conversations that we've got to have is what makes an opportunity? What makes something unique, special, and first? And one of the biggest things is when you look at timing in an opportunity. When I sit down and I'm going through this timing, what does timing mean to you? 2005, the touchscreen cell phone came out. Okay, 2019, basically over 90% of people have one. So if you think about that transition of time, it's like being at the forefront of that conversation of everybody getting one could have created a lot of different decisions for you and a different bank account. So timing isn't just where you sit in the company. It's where your company sits in the marketplace. But where you sit in the company is absolutely vital. So talking about timing is one of those conversations that I love having with people. Have you ever had the chance to be first? The top 5%, the top 10% of an opportunity of a conversation that nobody is really having yet? Have you had that chance or opportunity? And if the credibility and proof is here, what do you have to lose compared to what do you have to gain? You have everything to gain. So timing's that first part. The next thing is something that really dictated my life. If we look at our bank accounts dictate a lot of decisions of our life. Compensation. When we sign a contract or an application to go to work for somebody, they're telling us how much we're going to get paid. We're literally wagering that. So compensation is absolutely huge within our life. How are we getting compensated? How are you getting paid? If you were to die today, what is that compensation like? And this is what I love, as I learned at 26 years old, that there's different ways of getting paid. There's different ways of choosing a paycheck or leveraged income, as I truly got educated about leveraged income as I go through this. So sitting down and saying, hey, okay, is what you're currently doing in life getting you to where you want to be? Is your current rate of being compensated into your bank account getting you to where you want to be? And then product. If you look at the way that many people go to work today, they don't go to work for a product or service. They go to work to support their families. They go to work to create that compensation that allows them choices to live in their life, okay? And if you look at product means longevity. That is part of that timing piece, is if you have a quality product that's backed, that has more credibility, that has the proof but nobody knows about, it creates the beginning of conversation. So these three pieces in this PowerPoint, in this TearOff sheet, are absolutely powerful. And then at the top of that, see, I'd never had mentorship. I never had someone that was making $20,000 a month to $100,000 a month that was teaching me consistently, hand in hand, how to build this business. So not only do you have these three major components, but you actually get to talk about them and they're on the sheet. And as far as mentorship, you have the best leaders within this industry willing to help you walk through this process. One of the biggest conversations in or one of the biggest conversations is you sit down with people and go through this, and as I teach, or as I go through this, this TearOff pad, is what is MLM? What is network marketing? Does network marketing work? Who does it work for? Because if you understood at 26 years old, I had no experience. I'd never seen network marketing before in my life. I had never earned a leveraged income check. I had never built that kind of leverage in my life because I had no clue that it existed. I had to trade time to make money. There's nothing wrong. There's just a different choice. So what kind of money is made in this industry? If this industry is $180 billion plus through the companies that come through it, which is a lot, what are the big companies? What did they do right? But what can we do better? So if we go through this MLM comparison, if you look at it, Amway, $9 billion. Avon, $6 billion. Herbalife, and this is what I love. Herbalife, they have 50 to 100 products. They're doing $5 billion. And this is one of the comparisons that I absolutely love. If you look at a traditional company, GNC, which the average person knows about, which thousands and thousands of products run through every single year, they're only doing about $2.3 billion a year. A storefront where there's products that are brought in, put on the shelf, to network marketing where there is a word of mouth model where someone gets to come in and educate. Now we know that most of us have actually bought something because somebody else told us about it, but we didn't get paid for it. We told somebody about that restaurant, the movie, the place to go, the jump zone, everything there is. We told somebody. Now through here, if you look at Amway, Avon, and Herbalife, paying out 40%. I'd never been paid 40% of what I'd done in a company in the first place. That's pretty good. But if you actually look at LifeVantage as a whole being publicly traded and where they sit, 48%, almost 50% of the profits, what you create into this company comes back to you. To be able to sit down and have that topic of conversation, because so many people veer off the conversation of network marketing. I'm going to tell you, it's one of the most powerful and important conversations to have. Network marketing has changed my life. There's not a person that you can't sit down with through this TearOff sheet and say, network marketing works. These numbers show. These older companies, well, how would you like to be at the forefront of a conversation with a company that has something that nobody else has? Okay, now really explaining and kind of going through on this TearOff sheet, a timing piece, the ground floor. What makes up the ground floor? The first 150,000 distributors in a country create a ground floor. And they go through this hyper mass, 80% of their market shares captured through a 2 to 5 to 8 year process. And then you're you ever been at that back end of the conversation to where you're too late? You heard about it after everybody else. Maybe your investment is not going to be what everybody else's can make. You can still make money, don't get me wrong, but you can't make the life-changing, generational leveraged income that these other people that got involved in the ground floor. If you look at 80,000 distributors involved in LifeVantage globally. This is the average number, 80,000. So if you look at that, we literally have 70,000 more people to find before we start going through that momentum phase. And then you have thousands and thousands of distributors to come through there. And if you really want to talk about it, to be a billion. If you look at that last slide, and this is what I love talking about and having this on there, $9 billion is Amway. It took 1 million distributors to create a $1 billion company, 1 million. So if you look at it, 80,000, we still have 920,000 to reach $1 billion. So are we there? And this is what I love about not just this TearOff sheet, but the company we have is that ABC primetime video. Oxidative stress, who has it? Everybody globally. So this is the opportunity where we get to hit these points and the information is right in front of us as we teach this TearOff pad. Okay, what is the product? You know, Nerve 2. As the flagship product, as this product came from the shelves of GNC into network marketing 2009, where I was introduced, Nerve 2 wasn't fully understood. But as they started learning about it, and this is what caught my attention, this 2005 ABC primetime video and the product of Pro Tandem, it made it possible that everybody in the world is able to consume a product, partake of a product. So I want you guys to think about that. Every business consists of a product or service. And you have to look at your marketplace and the ability of people to consume or partake of that. What is your market share? Who are you actually talking to? And what I love about this is Protandim reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days in 100% of people. So if that's true, and that's what they've tested through blood, and well, who has oxidative stress? Everybody. So you now have something that everybody is possible to consume, no matter where they're at in the world. What is the possibility of you capturing a piece of this company and a new distributor sitting down with this and having that in front of them and say, I'm going after this?
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig.
Dr. McCord, okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist.
This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Can we scoop? Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body.
Leading to disease.
Leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
As it's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me? Well, perhaps. It turns out there is some other promising evidence that seems to back up Dr. McCord's findings.
That evidence comes from mice that have been genetically engineered to produce more catalase, one of the enzymes that Protandim increases. The researcher, Dr. Douglas Wallace of the University of California at Irvine, says it had a remarkable effect.
We found that they lived, in fact, about 20% longer, which is about a fifth of a lifespan.
He believes that with better techniques, human lifespan can eventually be extended too.
We might be able to increase the lifespan of a mammal by 50%. And of course, if that was a human being, then that might be in the order of 130 to 150 years.
The scientific evidence is there. The pieces seem to make sense. The question is, does this translate into something that humans can take advantage of?
So, just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic.
There's a huge human experience with each of these ingredients. They've been used often in traditional medicine in India and China and many other cultures, in some cases centuries and centuries.
And so, ancient Eastern healing and modern Western medicine may soon be working together. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes.
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company.
Are you saying that this could be a cure-all?
You're looking at something will have a small impact, but an important impact.
We make no claims about curing any disease or preventing any disease. We hope that when enough studies are done, perhaps such claims might be able to be made in the future.
Clinical studies to assess Protandim in both diabetes and heart disease should start in 3 to 4 months. But what about everyone's old nemesis, aging itself? Well, it's all about balance between the good antioxidants and those toxic free radicals.
And if we can tip that back, we may reduce some of the bad side effects of aging. Why my skin is different than that of a baby, for example. That's a very obvious part of the aging process.
Will this prevent wrinkles?
Well, you don't want to make false claims about something. But could it produce wrinkles? It's always possible.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would. I can't guarantee it's going to extend your life. I can't guarantee it's going to eliminate any diseases or cure any diseases.
But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. But because it's being sold as a nutritional supplement and not a drug, Protandim does not need FDA approval for safety. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
This is what I love, guys. I seen that ABC primetime video at 26 years old. And you have to understand what went through my mind at 26 years old. I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, but teaching this TearOff pad to you guys and understanding the ABC primetime video as a powerful tool to teach what we're a part of. What is that powerful tool? The fact that it said the same thing to me that it may say to you or your prospects today. John Quiones went on national TV to discredit a company and a product. And he took a blood test on national TV, and this is what went through my mind at 26 years old. Okay? One of the first things the doctor wants to do and wants to find out kind of what's going on inside your body, he takes a blood. So they go in and he takes a blood test. And in 2 weeks, it drops his oxidative stress by 45% in 2 weeks. So then I had to figure out what this oxidative stress, and then figuring out that oxidative stress is the center root cause, the aging process, these many different elements that happen through oxidative stress. Cutting open an apple, leaving it on the counter, it turning brown. Oxidative stress was the center root, and it dropped his by 45%, and it turned a negative ABC piece into a positive ABC piece. It literally goes, wow, everybody's possible to consume, and it allowed me to push play and lower people's reservations, saying, hey, look, if you could be a part of something, and this video can be your biggest business tool, because guess what? It says the same thing to them that it said to me, and it catches people's attention. Wow, is that real? So pressing play on that, and then being able to share the product, the Nerf 2. What is Nerf 2? Nerf 2, and everybody for the most part understands antioxidants. And this is where I get to draw antioxidants. What are antioxidants? That's the old way of thinking. Do any of you hook up your horse and buggy anymore? Do any of you stand at your counter with your corded phone? No, we have computers in our pockets. The antioxidant market, you couldn't consume enough in a day. So what did they find? They found that Nerf 2 is a protein in our body that allows our body to make its own production. And when you can increase that with Protandim, in 30 days, it dropped your oxidative stress by 40%, which is this centerpiece. So who possibly could want that product? That is a powerful tool for when building a business and you're able to use and sharing a product's message, and it doesn't have to be you, and they don't have to be felt sold. So what is the opportunity that we get to be a part of? 45% in 2 weeks. So if you think about this, there are 9,600 published studies, peer-reviewed. So nothing to do with our company or anything else, on Nerf 2 alone and what it does with many different elements that are going on in society that are plaguing us and the aging process. And if we truly, as a company, can prove that stability, that we have something and the third parties come through, then what do people have to lose by being a part of something and a topic of conversation where you're first? That's where you're literally through this, you get to talk about we are first. And if you guys understand, as I start talking about money, money is one of the biggest aspects of choices in our life. 26 years old, underground gold miner, made very good money, got laid off in 2008, and it crashed my life. Money was an issue. And the way I'd chosen and the way I grew up and the way I understood money is linear income is we go to work for 40, 50, 60 years of our life, but I was missing the most important aspect of my life. I was missing my children's life. I was missing that opportunity of raising the people that mattered most to me, being a part of their everyday life, trading time to make money. And this is the thing that I want to talk about, trading time to make money. When you get 40, 50, 60 years into it and you go to retire, you don't have much time left, and you don't have it's supposed to be called your golden years, and you don't have the income. Why are most of the retired still working part-time jobs? It's not because they want to or they're bored. It's because they don't have the income to be able to choose to go do what they want to do. They didn't make enough. So how do we transition? How do we talk? We get to talk about leveraged income. And this is where 26 years old, dead broke, living in somebody else's basement, when a true leader, when this mentorship sat in front of me and said, give me 2 to 5 years. Give me 2 to 5 years, follow a system, we'll teach you how to earn money through a different compensation plan. 2 to 5 years of building a team. And this is what I love. Every individual that I sit down with gets to choose exactly how much, what they want, what kind of income. Nobody has to have my dreams, goals, or desire, but we get to work hand in hand together to create that. And that's where this sheet really gets to come in, and we go through this, that the money part of this allows us to show that there's a different way, and they don't have to take away from what they do. We get to create leverage. On the side of what they currently do, we get to create a side hustle to where we get to go create leveraged income. Now, what's the mentorship in the system? Mentorship is the opportunity of working with someone that's already done it. Never met somebody that's making $50,000 plus a month that says, hey, look, give me 2 to 5 years. And that's the opportunity you have here, that we're going to work hand in hand with you. We're going to do these presentations. We're going to help you with the TearOff sheets. We're going to help your new people, and we're going to help build that depth in your relationship. So if something happens in your life, something were to happen to me, my kids are taken care of. Income's coming in through that leveraged income that I've been able to build. 15 presentations a month is the first step that we actually get to set someone's expectations right. So we're talking about 15 presentations a month, and we get to expand upon that. What is a presentation? What does 15 presentations look like? So can we work an extra 15 or 20 hours a month on the side of what you currently do? People are busy. They have busy lives. They have kids going on. They have kids. They have family. They have things going on. Absolutely love it. That on the side of what they do with very minimal hours, 15 plans a month. And that's all I heard, 15 plans a month. So I thought, my mind goes 15 plans a month. I need to learn how to do 30. I need to learn how to do 50. But a presentation, this is a presentation. Presentations were hard for me. I had to grow and learn. I had to learn how to do those presentations. And that's where the mentorship comes in and says, hey, maybe as we talk this way, we can do it with you. Now, attending monthly trainings, this is something that's absolutely powerful. Now, on a monthly basis, you get to get with the best of the best, making 20 grand a month to 100 grand a month in a localized area, meet the leadership that is in that area and leadership that is in this company that comes in and teaches for 4 hours how to build this business. The monthly trainings that are happening, the Life Vantage Academies and the many other things that are happening allows you to change your mindset. It's one of the biggest things that I had to do. I had to change my mindset. I had to start thinking as these mentors did. These mentors that literally grew through the process and had to learn how to do it. So attending the monthly trainings is kind of like this. I didn't go to college. I barely graduated high school. But if you were going to get a college degree in any set thing, you're going to sit down with that counselor that's going to write out an exact plan of action. Well, these monthly trainings are a piece of that, and they're very inexpensive. You're going to spend less in 4 years of monthly and yearly trainings within Life Vantage than you'll ever spend in getting a degree. Now, in 2 to 5 years, guys, is what you're currently doing getting you to where you want to be in the next 2 to 5 years? That's one of the biggest conversations that I have with people, is what you're currently doing. In 2 to 5 years, are you going to wake up and say, yep, I'm at where I'm at. I'm literally heading in the right direction. I have everything in front of me. Or is there kind of a question going, man, I'm not at where I expect to be at this point in my life. What's the next 2 to 5 years? And what can we do? That's one of the biggest conversations having through the sheet. What can we help with and what are we in front of? That is absolutely awesome to have. Okay, customers. What do we have? What are we participating in? This is awesome. Nerf 2. We are at the forefront of nutrigenomics, biohacking the body, turning on your DNA, and we start out with the Nerf 2. Well, they figured out that it just isn't humans that have it, but the animals, the mammal system, the animal product that we have, the skincare. What are people spending on skin? People love their animals more than their kids sometimes. It's just like, do you tap into that opportunity? Because if you can find and be in the forefront of the topic conversation for the animals, for the skincare, if you can get that Nerf 2 to work within the animals and the skincare, and then you can create a better emotional, mental energy through the energy and a smart weight management. Guys, one of the biggest processes in the world today is gut health, which is also related with your brain health. I want to be a better me every single day, and it all starts with the brain process we have. What are people spending, global spending in the market today? Okay, there's only $200 billion being spent on Nerf 2. Why? Because the conversation is starting to happen globally. People are starting to understand what is Nerf 2. And if you have the most important supplement that activates that to a level of a child, what product are they going to want on the market? You literally have that conversation, and you're able to have it through this opportunity. Now, as far as animals, 23 billion. Okay, so we can now tap into that animal market. The skincare market, we have an exclusive product through the anti-aging skincare system. The smart energy, the Axio that we have that is $53 billion market, people are reaching to revive themselves, to actually give them more through the day, and then they're crashing at night and they're being horrible to their body. What if you could create an all-natural way, a healthy way of actually doing that. And then a better way of creating, we're on the go, we're busy. People are looking at food, people are looking at different things. What if we can get the brain and the body to start working together? What if we can get the products of LifeVantage, the smart weight management system, to allow the $164 billion a year spent global spending? What if we can capture a piece? We can capture a huge piece of all that. Okay, so business side. This is what's powerful. I didn't think that they were real. I didn't think they were telling me the truth. I didn't think it was all there. Because in business, when you're talking about making a ridiculous income, when you're talking about 10 grand a month plus, you're talking more than $1,250, $1,250. And when you get to talk about business for such a small cost and a very little risk, there's an $1,800 value for your membership there. And our step one is we want to go, not just return on investment, but our step one is like literally can pay weekly, and with 3 people, we can return that $1,250 investment. So the front of this TearOff sheet and teaching it, we get to talk about the topic of conversation, the forefront of biohacking. We get to talk about a real conversation of network marketing and the timing piece we sit within the marketing with a product that nobody else has in the marketplace, and what makes us different. The pieces of the puzzle that are on the front of this TearOff sheet allow a new person to speak consistently and have information right in front of them. And then as we go to the back side of the conversation, or the back side of the TearOff sheet, and the conversation we get to have is, look at the medium incomes. I love the income earning statement that we put out for LifeVantage. We get to show the annual earnings, and if the annual earnings, the monthly earnings that we pay an average ranking distributor from distributor to executive master pro 10, the highest rank reached within this company so far. When you look at that, there is $1.7 million paid to those who have not even hit a rank, but a distributor in the company. When there is $3.4 million paid to a Pro 1, the beginning rank, that means that this company is paying out money, that they are literally paying people for what they do. And this is what I love. What's an extra $500 do in most people's homes? When you get to talk about a Pro 3 rank, $5,000 in monthly volume, and it's $580 that they make on an average, an extra $500 allows someone to have their car payment paid for, part of their house payment. This is a powerful conversation when a lot of people say, hey, look, network marketing MLM doesn't work. It doesn't pay. We get to show that these incomes are very real. And that's what I love sitting down in front. I'd never earned income through network marketing. I'd never been that piece. And now I get to show an income disclosure statement and saying, hey, look, at Pro 4s, what's an extra $1,100 do in your life? And what if we can show you how to do that? Whether it be 60 days or 6 months. It's your choice, but we can work hand in hand. You get mentorship and leadership, and we literally get to show people the true incomes that are being made through the LifeVantage opportunity. Okay, so what is the investment? And the number one upfront, the royalties and the generation. This is a powerful first 1, 2, 3 of making money in this company and actually building a business. Your platinum pack. Best rate of return, best investment that you'll ever make in yourself. You're making an investment into you. $1,250, like I said, $1,700, $1,800 worth of products and materials that come in there. Overhead, a $200 subscription. And this is what didn't seem real to me. I spend a little over $1,000 to buy a business that I own for the rest of my life. And to keep that business going, I literally buy product that I eat on a constant basis. And $200 is the most I have to spend. That didn't seem real to me with the incomes that these guys were making as they were sitting in front of me. Okay? So that's what's really awesome is platinum pack up front. So as a customer up front, right now, next week, we sit down with someone, play ABC, we go through this, they just want the product, they're gonna pay you 40% next week, direct deposit, so 40% of whatever someone orders. If as someone gets involved with you on a platinum pack and runs it this with you, you're gonna make $400 next week. So that's where we get our first 3 involved. This week, next week, you're going to get a commission of $1,200. You're literally going to be paid back. You can have 5, you can have 10. There's no limit. The limit is we do those presentations, we share, and we sit down with this TearOff pad, and we go through as many TearOffs we can. The information's right in front, and it allows to jog your memory to talk through this information consistently with someone and share the important parts of the LifeVantage opportunity. So the upfront is kind of like a linear income. You can make it now. You can go out and share this information, and you can make money right now as someone gets involved as a customer or distributor. The second part of this, the reason why this blew me away is the leveraged income payouts. The royalty payouts, as they say on here, number 2, 43% paid back to you. So we're going to go through this as people. Okay, 5 people in your business on a $200 subscription is going to pay 2%, which on a monthly basis pay you about $20. Okay. 25 people, so we go out and help those 5 people. We're doing these TearOff pads. We have multiple people helping out. 25 people times $200 subscription. Each one of them are on a subscription. You get paid 5% or $250. Now, this is the thing. Now you're making $270. You probably have some customers, because there's a big part of this where people in this industry, most of the time they don't want to do with the opportunity. They don't take the product. But after watching that ABC primetime video, it lowers reservations. People want to take the product. That's what I love about the opportunity of what we have. 125 people times 200, you get paid 9% of that level, or $2,250, plus the second level of $250 plus 20. So if you look at the first 3 levels, and this is where my brain had a kind of come apart explosion. 155 people to me wasn't a lot. I'm willing to talk to anybody and everybody I can. $2,500 a month for the rest of your life in leveraged income. What does that do for your life? This is what went through mine. I'm 26, living in somebody else's basement, dead broke, and $2,500 a month made sure I never lost my house. I never had to worry about a house payment. I didn't have to worry about car payments. Maybe I downsized my life a little bit, but I never had to worry about a house payment, putting a roof over my kid's head. An extra $2,500 from a side business, okay? As you continue to build this, you don't even have 1,000 people. You have less than 800. You're getting closer to 800 people, 625. Those 625 people are on a $200 subscription. You get paid 5%, which is $6,250. So now if you look at that, you're going to average Pro 7 in this company, and that Pro 7 rank averages 10, 11 grand if we go back to the slide before, where we actually get to share with people the average incomes. And then you're making close to $40,000 a month. So if we just go through the first 5 levels and it pays 9 generations, this is enough to share people 40 grand a month. Now, it took about 3.5 years of building this business consistently and doing more than 15 presentations a month. I went after this thing. This is what I wanted. I had a huge desire. These TearOff pads are absolutely beautiful, how they tell the story, and you're able to go through this. But in 3.5 years, able to reach the average Pro 9 income of about $40,000 a month in 3.5 years. Let's talk about number 3, generational match. So as you get people personally involved in this opportunity, our goal is to go out and help them. As this number 2, royalty payouts, leveraged income, everything that your personals make, you get a 10% match on their check. So how much do we want to help our friends, our family, the people that we love, or even people that come into our lives, help them create an income that is completely life-changing? By helping and supporting and lifting other people up, you literally get to create more. And then 5% through the next 4 generations. I met Tony Krashowitz 8 years into this opportunity, or 8 months, sorry, not 8 years, 8 months into this opportunity. 8 months, I didn't know an incredible friend, mentor, and a Pro 9, because he wasn't that yet, but he went out and he went after this business, and now he's on my 5th generation, which equals, we get a 5% match off of that business, which a Pro 9 income, that's absolutely incredible. One person. You don't even have to have all of them. Just one person goes out and actually does what they say they're going to do and actually builds this and leads by example. That's the opportunity that we have as we get to share these opportunities. This is one of my favorite bonuses, is you guys decide that you're going to do this. This is awesome. This is what I love to end the income and talking about money with, is the elite bonus pool. Because if you look at those other companies, and I get to go back to Amway and Avon and Herbalife, that $9 billion Amway company doesn't take 4% of their gross global sales, gross, before tax, before they pay anything, gross global sales, and take 1%. And as soon as you reach $100,000 a month in volume in your business consistently, now everything the company has done and everything it will do, you get paid a percentage of that for the rest of your life, keeping that Pro 7 rank. Pro 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s share in 1%. They drop the 7s. When you reach Pro 8, 200,000 in volume, $2.4 million a year, you get to share with the 9s and 10s in another percent. And then the 9s and 10s get to share in another percent. So when you reach 500,000, $500,000 a month in organization business volume, you now get to share in 3%. 9s and 10s share that third percent together. And when you reach the top rank in the company, Master Pro 10, currently, and this is where I get to go back on the sheet, remember that timing piece? This is where we have 9 Pro 10s in this company. You now get to share in 1% with all the Pro 10s in this company globally for the rest of your life. You get to share in all 4. Pro 10s share in all 4%. So if we need 1 million active people doing business to reach $1 billion, we have 9 Pro 10s. What is the chances as you go out, you have the and hit chances of you going out and hitting Pro 10. It's better than winning the lottery. You have won the lottery with a multi-million-dollar opportunity with a tool that allows you to sit down and go through a tear-off sheet, have the information in front of you, all in front, and actually start building this business with a tool that allows you simple behaviors and communication, just like the ABC Primetime video. You start out with this, then your new person starts out with this. It creates duplication. This is something that I've learned about network marketing, and I've learned about building a team and utilizing this. When you can create the leverage in your life, you have 5 people in your business and they're out doing it when you're not there, your business is growing without you. So if you have 5 people doing 15 presentations without you, that is 75 presentations going on inside your business without you, okay? That's the opportunity that you have to share this message and create simple duplication in the LifeVantage opportunity. I want to thank you guys for actually listening and learn this tear-off sheet. Learn how to present with this and utilize it in your business, create duplication. It's an absolutely powerful tool that has all the information you need. Get on and get on it and do your 15 presentations a month and share this message.